He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and the Bears take over
at their own 44-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Working from the gun, Wentz. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
At the 43-yard line.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
47-yard line.
On second down, Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. I guess that was a little better. He got back to the line of scrimmage there after the loss on first down, but now you're still dealing with a 3rd and long.
So let's put on our offense coordinator hat. They've been very aggressive against the run the last 2 plays. I'm thinking screen right here. Let him come get the quarterback and dump it off. There could be some room to roam.
He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short. Going with a dime looked on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
To Ronald Jones.
Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Bears nothing.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back.
And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Jones with a nice gain there on first down as he takes his forward and call it a pickup of 6. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
4-yard gain on the play.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This will be caught at about the 5. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. They get this out left, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there, and he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
On for the point after.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well. Yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Wentz now on first down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On first down, Patterson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Brought down back at the 32.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the...
Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, his third touchdown pass of this first half, and the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yard...
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
A false start backs him up 5, first and 15. Brady now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
20-yard line.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Levante David. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I'd think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something.
And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Letting one go deep here and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones as the first half is winding down. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Buccaneers 42. Bears nothing. Ryan Succop set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Ryan Succop on.
This game really becoming a one-sided affair. Pick six there. It's in danger of being over before halftime.
And that's going to be a major league test for both of these teams because, look, you feel like you've got this thing locked up, right? But on the other side, in the other locker room, it's going to be a test of pride now. Forget speed, just forget adjustments. What kind of pride do they have to start the second half?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to...
And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
For the point after.
Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make it. And my goodness, another interception. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. Eight.
The last time we saw 7 in 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
A gain of 5.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
To number 13.
The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score, Buccaneers 63, Bears nothing. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
The ball carrier.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Room here to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now yards over the end line.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On play action, it's Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and that'll bring up second down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Escapes the defender. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
First and 10 at the 49.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
70. Bears nothing.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On first and 10, here's Wentz. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On play action, Wentz. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Going deep this time for Miller. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play for the Bucs there on third down. 63 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Now Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
45's the mic. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They see
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Devin White coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DB, so a dime set here on 3rd down.
watch the screen. Check 45's the mic. Check.
They run Montgomery, and he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee.
Tonight's final.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Tampa Bay, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.